today's English class. I hope you all are safe, healthy and happy at home. Do you remember we had learned a very interesting story, Gift of Chappals, in our last class? I hope you might have read the first part very carefully at home by looking into the difficult words, and also you might have understood the story well, and I know you all are eagerly waiting for the end of the story, right? You are waiting to know what happened after that. I am also equally anxious like you to know what happened. So, without wasting much time, let's begin the story. Okay? Please look into your book if you have your books with you, or otherwise you can look at the screen too. Right. Now children, let me quickly tell you what had happened in the first part. We had 4 children in the story. Okay. Mridu, Ravi, Meena and Lali. Okay. And we also had Mridu's grandparents, okay, with whom she lived, and there was Rukumani and the beggar. Okay, now we know that Mridu had gone to her cousins with her grandparents, and her cousins Meena and Ravi were very happy to see her. They were very excited, and they had secretly brought up a pet cat in the house because their grandmother wouldn't allow them to have pet cat at home. So they had kept the cat at the backyard, you know, inside a torn football. Okay, and they were also feeding the cat with milk. Okay. In the meantime, there comes a beggar, and that beggar had been coming to their house for the last 1 week, and the ladies in the house had been feeding him and allowing him to rest under the neem tree in the garden. But that particular day, the ladies of the house asked him to look for another house. You know, they asked Ravi to send the beggar away. But what did the children notice? They noticed that it was too hot, and the beggar did not have chappals on his feet. Okay, and so there were blisters. Okay, and the children really were very sad to look at the condition of the beggar, and they wanted to help him. So what did they do? They gave him the slippers of the music master of Lalli to the beggar. So the beggar was very happy to wear the chappals, and he left the garden. Okay, so now he won't get any more blisters. The children were very happy to have helped him. Okay, now what happened after that? Let's read and find out. The music master, you know, got very angry when he was not able to find his slippers, and he called Lalli, and Lalli also hurried up to him, and he asked Lalli, "Have you seen my chappals, my dear? I remember having kept them here." Ravi, Mridu and Meena silently watched Lalli and the music master search every corner of the veranda. You know, these 3 children, Ravi, Mridu and Meena, you know, they knew where the chappals were and what they had done with the chappals. Now they were silently watching, you know, Lalli and her master, you know, searching for the slippers. They looked everywhere, and now what did the music master tell about his chappals? You know, he said his chappals were brand new. Were the chappals brand new, children? No. You know, we had seen that they were dusty and there were marks of toes on the chappals, which tell us that they were not new and they were old. But as the music master couldn't find his chappals, started lying. He told lies that his chappals were brand new, and he said he had bought them from Mount Road. He had to go, all the way to Mount Road to buy those slippers. And he also said that, those chappals cost Lalli's 1 month's fees, right? The amount of fees which Lalli paid for 1 month, for learning violin. He said that was the amount of his chappals. That means he said they were very expensive. And Lalli went and told her mother, and Rukmani came there, and Pati also came there, the grandmother also came there, and they all started searching for the chappals. And Pati said maybe so many vendors come to the door. Some of them might have taken vendors, means many people come to your house selling so many things, isn't it? So Pati said maybe any one of them might have worn those slippers and gone. Now, in the meantime, Rukmani could see Ravi, Mridu and Meena sitting under the tree. Now she asked them, have you children? Have you seen those chappals? And she asked, have you seen anyone lurking around the window? Lurking means, waiting quietly or to walk slowly without being noticed. So she asked the children, did you see anyone coming here to the veranda? Okay. And she said, she wanted to know the, facts about the slippers of the music master, if they had any idea, So she could see a sharp V-shaped line had formed between her eyebrows, And then she could see the children became very serious, and there were lines on their eyebrows. And Rukmani was angry because she could make out that the children had, done something to the slippers. She was already very, suspicious. And her suspicion was right. She got very angry, and Mridu thought that the mother is very angry now. So she will be very angry if we tell her that they have given the chappal to the beggar, as he had sores on his feet. Okay. Now, taking a deep breath, she cried, Rukmani, there was a beggar here. Poor thing, he had such boils on his feet. Now, Mridu, she was so scared to look at the angry face of Rukmani, and so she decided to tell her the truth. Children are so innocent, they don't know to lie. Okay, they always speak the truth. So, out of fear, she decided to tell Rukmani, and she told her that, Rukmani, there was a beggar, and, poor thing, he had boils on his feet. And so Rukmani got, more angry, and she looked at Ravi and said, so, you gave the music master's chappals to that old beggar who turns up here? So, you have given the music master's slippers to that old beggar? Did you do that? And Pati also became very angry. She said, these days children, okay. Pati and the mother Rukmani got angry because the children had taken the slippers of the music master. And the music master, came there to teach violin to Lalli. So it was not a good thing to do. Okay. Now, when the children saw their mother and Pati get angry, so what did he say? They said, Amma, didn't you tell me about Karna, who gave away everything he had, even his gold earrings? He was so kind and generous. Silly, snapped Rukmani. Karna didn't give away other people's things. He only gave away his own. But my chappals wouldn't have fitted the beggar's feet. Ravi rushed brashly on. And Amma, if they did fit, would you really have minded? Ravi, said Rukmani, very angry now. Go inside this minute. She hurried indoors and brought out Gopu Mama's hardly worn new chappals. These should fit you, sir. Please put this on. I am so sorry. My son has been very naughty. The music master's eyes lit up. He put them on, trying not to look too happy. Well, I suppose these will to do. These days, children have no respect for elders. What to do? A Hanuman incarnate. Only Rama can save such a naughty fellow. Rukmani's eyes flashed. She didn't seem to like Ravi being called a monkey, even a holy monkey. She stood stiff and straight by the front door. It was clear she wanted him to leave quickly. Now, see children, try to learn so many things from the elders. Their mother has been telling them stories of the Mahabharata, about Karna. You might have watched, children these days also during the pandemic, the Mahabharata was being telecast on the television. Okay, so this character Karna was very generous. Okay, so their mother had told the children about Karna, that he was so generous, he was so kind, that he gave away whatever he had to people. Okay, so now the children tried to tell their mother that, you only told us that Karna gave away everything to people. He was so kind, so generous. So Rukmani said, Karna did not give away other people's things. He gave whatever he had. He gave away his own things. Okay. Now what you people have done, you have given the chappals of the music master to this beggar, which was not fair. And Ravi said, my chappals wouldn't have, fitted. My chappals are small. So how can we give our chappals to the beggar? It won't fit him. So they tried to justify whatever they had done. They wanted to tell that they had tried to help that beggar as he had blisters on his feet. So then, Ravi went on to tell his mother, if my chappals would fit the beggars, you would have minded, okay? You would not have minded if I would have given my own chappal to the beggar. And the mother got more angry and she asked Ravi to go inside. And now what did she do, children? Because here the music master was very angry. He was not able to find his chappals. Okay. So the mother went inside and she brought out Gopu Mama's, new chappals. He had hardly worn them. Okay. He did not wear them at all. They were new. So she went and brought this new pair of shoes and gave this to the music master and said, my son was very naughty, so I'm really sorry. So please wear these chappals and I hope they fit you. Now children, this music master was very happy. Why? Because instead of his old pair of shoes, he has got a new pair of shoes. So who will not be happy? He was very happy, but he did not try to show that he was very happy, right? So he said, okay, it would fit. And what did he tell about the children? He said, these days children, they don't respect elders, okay, and they are Hanuman incarnate, He tried to call them monkeys, but the mother did not like, his son to be called a monkey. Though he called him Hanuman, a holy monkey, but still the mother did not like that. Okay. Now, she asked, after the music master left with his new chappals, and she called the children to come and have something to eat. she started talking to children. How can you do such things? And she said, thank God we had Gopu Mama's chappals at home. If we would not have had his chappal, what would we have done? You know, the music master would have become very angry. He could have shouted at the family members. Okay, and you know, it would have been a great insult for the family. Okay, so she went into the kitchen with Mridu and Meena, and also she began to laugh. Okay, then he said, you know, but he's always in such a hurry to throw off his shoes and socks and get into his chappals as soon as he comes home. What's your mama going to say this evening when I tell him I gave his chappals to the music master? Now the mother asked, you know, the moment your mama comes in, he has got the habit of removing his shoes and socks and wearing his chappals. Now when he comes today and asks for his chappals, what do I tell him? Do I tell him that I have given your chappals to the music master? Okay. So here, with this question of Rukmani, the chapter ends here, children. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the story and the beautiful message the story carries. Isn't it? What do we learn from the story, children? We learn certain qualities of children. Okay? Right? Children are innocent. Okay? They are kind. Okay? They love and take care of animals. Okay? They are truthful. Okay? Okay? You can say yes, they are innocent, they are kind. Okay? They want to help people who are in need. They love and take care of animals. Okay, truthful, and they learn from their elders. Okay, and whatever, you know, they learn from the elders. For example, here Rukmani had told them about Karna being kind and generous. So they had learned those values from the elders of being kind to animals, being kind to people, helping people, being generous. Okay, so whatever they learn from the elders. Okay, so we learn these qualities of children. Okay, which I am sure you all definitely possess. Okay. You must be kind, you must be generous, and on the other hand, we also see children becoming sad when they see that the elders don't do what they say. When they see the elders saying something and doing something else, they become very sad, isn't it? So, it gives a message to the elders too, to be an example for the children, to be a role model for the children. So here we see in this chapter the title Gift of Chappals being justified, isn't it? Here two people get the gift of chappal, right? Who was the first person to get the gift of chappals? It was the beggar, right? The children helped him by giving him the chappals of the music master. Okay, and the beggar was very happy to get this gift. Okay, and who was the second one? The music master. Now the music master also got a gift of chappals because he saw that his old chappals were given to the beggar by the children, and instead of the old ones he had got a new pair of slippers. So he was very happy. So the title gift of chappals is justified as two people in the story received chappals as gift. Okay, and the children were very happy to have gifted chappals to the beggar by being generous and kind, and the beggar was also very happy, and he blessed the children. Okay, because he won't get blisters on his feet anymore. Okay, and here he was also very happy, the music master, to receive the chappals, as he had got a new pair of chappals. So children, now let's try to discuss some of the question answers that could be asked from this particular lesson. Okay, children, if you look into your textbook, after every part there are some questions. So you must look at those questions too and try to find out the answers of these questions from your textbook and write down. Okay, now whenever you read any chapter, children, you must know about the characters of the story, right? As I told you, in this chapter the main characters are the children. Okay, Ravi, Meena and Mridu. Okay, Lalli is also there, but she is busy learning violin. She is inside the house. But the main role is played by these three children. Okay, Mridu, Meena and Ravi. So there can be a question, of writing a character sketch or a pen portrait. Okay, of Ravi, Meena and Mridu. Okay, so when you are asked to describe a character of the story, you must try to jot out the qualities of that person. Like we have looked at the qualities of children. Okay, now if you want to write about Ravi, right? If you want to describe Ravi, okay, there can be many questions related to Ravi. That why did Ravi bring the cat inside the garden or inside the house, or why did he keep the cat secretly at the backyard? Okay, because grandmother did not like pets or cats in the house. If she came to know that the children have brought a cat, she would leave for Paddu Mama's house. That is the answer for that question. Why did Ravi keep the cat very secretly in a torn football? Okay, this could be the answer. So while we answer this question, we also get some qualities about Ravi, that he was kind, okay, and he loved animals. Okay, we can say he was helpful. Okay, you can also say that he was kind to animals. Okay, so what are the qualities of Ravi do we see in the story? Okay, then also he was, you can say, honest. He spoke the truth. Okay, and so these are the qualities you can use to describe Ravi. For example, you can say Ravi was a simple and kind-hearted boy. Okay, he loved animals too much, and he also took care of animals. He liked to take care of animals. So he, or you can say that is why when he saw a cat near the gate of his house one morning, he brought the cat inside and took care of the cat. And also he tried to feed the cat. He gave the cat milk every day. Okay, and he was also very excited, and he had named the cat after the great Pallava kings. Okay, so in this way you can describe Ravi, and his qualities. So in the same way, if Meena, you have to describe Meena also. You can say Meena was a very simple girl. She was very kind. She also loved animals. She also took care of the cat. Okay, and she also wanted to help the beggar, and also how Ravi helped the beggar. Okay, so in this way, if you are asked to describe Ravi, Meena or Mridu, you can describe. So there can also be some value based questions, children. Okay, because every lesson has got something to teach, some beautiful message. Okay, and then questions like, children always ape the elders. That means they imitate their elders and they learn lot of things. So what qualities or what attributes do you think in this lesson the children have learned from the elders? Or were the children happy with the attitudes of the elders in the story? So you can say that yes, of course, children imitate their elders. They learn a lot from their elders. Okay. In the story also, Rukumani used to tell them stories of Mahabharata, and they have learned about the qualities of Karna, qualities of being generous, kind. Okay. And when they look at their elders also, they learn a lot. But on the other side, the children were not happy about the attitude of their grandparents of not allowing them to have a pet animal in the house. The children were not allowed. The children were told that if they had a pet in the house, the grandmother would leave their house. Okay, so the children were very sad on this part of the parents and the grandparents. They felt the elders say something and they do something. So the children very closely and keenly observe their elders and they learn a lot from them. And if the parents and the grandparents are a role model for the children, they are very happy, they learn a lot of things. But in this particular chapter, the children were not happy about the behavior of the elders, because when they had given the chappals of the music master to the beggar, the children were scolded. They were asked not to do so in the future. Okay, so such questions, children. If you were in place of Ravi and Meena, what you would have done with the cat? Okay, so such questions. So what would be your answer? If I would have there in place of Ravi and Meena, I would have brought the cat inside the house. I would have spoken to my parents. I would have convinced my parents to allow me to keep the cat in the house. I would have taken their support. I would have taken their help. In such answers, your answers need to be creative and your own ideas and opinions. So children, I hope you enjoyed this story and there were a lot of learnings. Okay, a very beautiful message in the story for the children and the elders too. I would like you to read the story both the parts, the first and the second part, very carefully. And you must look into the dictionary for new words, write down their meanings and try to understand the story. And then you must also look at the question answers and write them down in your notebook and practice. Okay, so this will help you to write the answers in your exams very well. So I hope you will do that. I'll see you in the next class with a new topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.